very excited for this one actually.
Co-founder of Interdimension Yoga, a monthly streaming platform where you can get unlimited access to all of my programs, series, and classes. Look, when it
Are
comes
we
to yin yoga, there's
ready?
nothing better than a great
Yin
sequence that
yoga.
really gets into those hips
Very
from
excited
multiple
for this one
angles.
because my
So that's what we'll
hips
do in
from
this
yesterday
practice. Let's go ahead and
are
get started.
tight. Okay.
Alright, let's begin our yin yoga deep hip stretch class. We're going to start off with a yoga squat. So I'm just going to come into the squat position. You can always modify this though by sitting on a block or rolling up the back of your yoga mat and folding that to go underneath the heels if this is a difficult position for you. But it's a great position for not just the hips but also the knees and the ankles. And then we'll bring the hands to prayer position in front of the chest. Take a deep inhale as you draw the oxygen all the way down to the lower lobes of your lungs. And sigh out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Feel comfortable enough, you can close your eyes, start to shift your awareness inwardly. Take these 30 minutes or so here. Just take care of those hips and all the connective tissues that intersect through that amazing, sophisticated, and large joint in our body. Take one last final inhale here in your squat. And as you exhale, release the hands down. Crawl forward, coming onto the knees.
Okay.
Release the tops of the feet. Then from here, we'll lunge step the right foot forward. We'll slide the left knee back, setting up for the dragon pose. The right foot slides over towards the right side of the mat. If you have some props here, feel free to grab that. You can slide that underneath your elbows or your forearms if you want to raise the floor to meet you. Otherwise, you are more than welcome, as long as you don't start straining, to bring the elbows and the forearms all the way down onto the ground. Dragon pose. from here, we'll ease our way all the way back up onto the hands. And we're going to slide that right foot all the way across the mat, all the way over towards the left, setting up for sleeping swan. Right knee flares out to the right. If you want, you can put a folded towel or blanket underneath that outer right hip. I'm going to get my block here to go underneath the forehead and eventually allowing the torso to drape out over that front leg. The Buddha said that when the mind is calm, the way is clear. If you want to harm someone, you give them confusion, illusion, delusion. If you want to help someone, one of the greatest gifts is you give them clarity so that they can see things as they are, stripping away the illusion. And then the way becomes clear. And when the way becomes clear, we can make wiser choices, decisions, and therefore cause a lot less suffering and harm for ourselves and others. So over the course of this practice, continue to allow the mind to find that calm so that the way becomes clear for you both on and off your yoga mat. Beautiful. Slowly exit your way all the way back up onto the hands. And then just slide your right leg back towards the tabletop pose. Now we'll set up for dragon on the other side. So left foot forward. Right knee, right leg slides back. And as you're ready, climbing your forearms down to your own degree, using those props when necessary. One of the things that I love about Yin so much is that it teaches us humility. It's not about forcing our way into these positions, which would only backfire, but it's really about that slow, gradual, gentle approach into the body and into the pose. You can think about treating this like you would maybe an intimate relationship. If you force and push your way aggressively into that relationship, probably not going to last very long. But when it's gradual, and there's sensitivity, there's listening, there's respect, there's patience, chances are it's going to grow and flourish in a very healthy way. So that same approach is how we strengthen the relationship to ourselves and certainly our own body. hands all the way back up. Now you're ready, heel toe, left foot all the way across, over to the right. Staying in the domain of that left hip. Now, just kind of hitting it from a slightly different angle or perspective. Ready, just allowing the torso to drape over that front left leg, sleeping swan on the other side. Beautiful, that's it for that one. Slowly ease your way all the way back up to the hands. Slide that left leg back. Maybe a couple of hip circles here. Reverse the other direction. Crawl the knees forward, cross the feet behind you, and release down onto those sit bones. And from here, you're going to have the right foot flat on the ground, right knee faces the sky, hands behind you, and then set your left ankle right on top of your right knee, right thigh for seated pigeon. We'll start off here, taking about maybe a minute or so here. I like to kind of sway side to side a little bit as I actively wrap that outer left hip forward. By swaying side to side, just getting into some of those different strands of tissue there. Find a spot that just feels a little bit more stiff or tender. You can hold there. Breathe into what you're feeling, knowing that where the mind goes is where the energy flows. Beautiful, and then we'll take it deeper. So now extend the right leg forward, keep the left leg as is, and then bend the right foot to come underneath that outer left knee, setting up for fire log. And if your body's like, no way, can't do this, not doing this, you can modify by crossing left shin in front of right shin, You can also put a folded blanket or towel to go underneath the hips, and that can be very helpful. And as you're ready, just begin to fold. Fold down to your own degree to fire log pose. As we continue to move deeper and deeper into those hips. Take a last couple breaths there. And nice and easy again to segue out of that one. We'll do feet flat, knees face the sky, hands behind, and windshield wiper the knees side to side. And the knees back to neutral. And now we'll bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, left thigh for a seated pigeon. An invitation, if you like, to sway side to side there. Just want to make sure you're flexing your right foot, which provides stability and support around that right knee. And then you wrap that outer right knee and outer right hip forward. So you rotate the head of your femur bone deep in that hip socket. Beautiful. And then extend that left leg forward. And then bend the left foot to come underneath the right knee, or you can cross the right shin in front of the left shin, setting up for fire log on the other side. Hinging over and down. And drop it deep, not just into the body, but also deep into the mind. Just a couple breaths there. Beautiful. That's all she wrote on that one. Ease your way all the way back up. Feet flat, knees to the sky. And she'll wipe her those knees side to side. And then we'll come down to our backs now. Draw those knees and thighs into the belly. And then this next one's called stirrup, or sometimes known as happy baby. So you grab either the outer edges of the feet, or you can always grab the backs of your thighs here, the backs of your knees, calves. So whatever feels appropriate for you and your body. And maybe we'll just do a little rock side to side here as well. It can be a nice way to use the floor to massage to the back muscles at the same time that you continue to create more and more spaciousness in the hips. After a few rocks, then just finding more of a still stirrup. Ease out of that. Feet down onto the mat. Cross the right leg over the left. Extend the right arm out to the right. Little wrap leg twist. Couple of breaths there. Both knees back up to neutral. Wrap the left leg over the right. Take the knees over to the twist. And then bring the knees back up to neutral. Unwrap the legs. And then Shavasana, extend the leg, extend the arms out. Take a big inhale through the nose. And sigh out the mouth, clearing the slate. As you drop even deeper. Stillness, silence, serenity, and source. Shavasana. physical form. Draw the knees, the thighs up to the belly. If you like, you can either roll over onto one side or gently rock and roll your way up to a last final seated position. As you get up to seated, bring your hands to prayer. Sit up tall, eyes closed, backs of the thumbs, center of the forehead for clarity of mind. Fingers to the mouth for thoughtfulness of speech. And then hands back to the center of the chest, the heart for consistency of action. Allowing your yoga to shine through all that you think, all that you say, and all that you do. Much health, much wealth, much love to you. Namaste. All right, I hope that those hips are feeling amazing now. Drop a comment down below and let me know how your practice was. If you haven't already, remember to hit that YouTube subscribe button. And if you like this style of practice, especially in yoga, I highly recommend checking out my program, Flex